All right, so there are only a handful of you guys that actually know what my testimony is, but I'm going to be sharing some of it with you today. I was addicted to pornography for 7 years of my life between the ages of 12 and 19. And this addiction was so deeply rooted in self-hatred, rejection, abandonment, and just unforgiveness. And during that time, the enemy was able to convince me so much that I was only an object that was worthy of being used and abused by men. And I so wanted that, I wanted to be treated like that. I wanted to live in the prostitution lifestyle. It was by God's grace that I did not. But it wasn't until I was about 16 where I started taking my walk seriously with God. And I was like, this pain has to be dealt with. And this addiction has to be dealt with, because I was like, I've tried quitting by myself and I can't. And it was, again, his grace that he actually met me where my faith was at. And it was like, okay, let's walk this out together. And it wasn't until I was about 19 that God actually used my cousin as a safe place for me to open up about this issue. I faced a lot of rejection growing up as a young person, and I blamed it all on myself, not knowing that everyone was going through their own pain and I just so happened to be in the way. And I asked him, I said, but what was wrong with me like this whole time? And he was like, there's nothing wrong. He's like, you were perfect. And I was like, what? And I said, okay, what about the whole addiction part? And he's like, it wasn't porn. That was just the issue. He says, you were addicted to devaluing yourself. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so true. And it wasn't sex that I was looking for. It was intimacy. And it was just so crazy that I was getting all my validation from men. That's what I was looking to. And it was actually intimacy with God that my spirit and my soul was like longing for. I just went to the altar and God showed me a vision of how valuable I was to him as his daughter. And the rest was just a very painful journey of healing and becoming whole in him.